Okay, so vaccines. I used to be a vet tech for a while, and I used to do a ton of vaccines. So a lot of breeders will do their own, and I just already knew how to do it, so I do my own too, except for rabies, unless you're in a state that could do rabies, but I've never lived in a state that you could. So anyways, you usually do vaccines every 3 to 4 weeks, roughly, sometimes 2 weeks, depending on who you talk to. And there's usually a series for when they're puppies. And we did the very first one at 5 weeks, 6 days. So because we did it, sorry. Well, we did it Wednesday, sorry. Because they went into the vet and they got it the day before. So when they turned 6 weeks, they got their very first vaccine. And we're 3 weeks later now, and we're going to give Clark his vaccine. So I'm just going to show kind of what you do if anybody wants to try to learn so that you can do so at home if you want. Some vets will accept them. Fortunately, there's a lot of vets that do. Some don't. But fortunately, the vet that we found here accepts them. We knew of a couple in Kansas City. So I'll usually do all of my shots except rabies, and I take them in for rabies. So usually there's like 2 of these vials. One has a powder, one is the fluid, and you're going to take the fluid. You're going to take the fluid and you suck it all the ways out, and you're going to then put it into here, and you're going to mix it and then draw it up, and then you insert it under the skin. You create like a tent, and it goes just under the skin, not into the muscle. At least not with this type of shot or vaccine. There's some vaccines that might go in the vessel or in the muscle. This is one that doesn't. It just goes right under the skin. So the easiest way is to pinch up some skin and then poke it in and squeeze it in real quick. And you try to do it you don't want to rush it that you're sloppy, but you don't want to take forever, so you don't want to do it slow or anything because they're going to be puppies and squirming. Anyway, so this is the fluid. So you would take this, and we've got poor lighting. Scoot over near Max.
Okay.
Well, here, look.
I can't see you.
Aim at this. So anyways, hopefully this can get seen. But the middle gray area is where you're going to poke at it to put the needle in, and you're going to draw out the serum in there.
Oh, my God.
No comments, dude.
Sorry.
So you're going to put it in, and then this is something you have to practice at home to figure out the technique. But basically, you're going to hold it, and usually the syringe is going to slide back. You don't want the needle in all the ways because you're going to suck out some, and eventually you're going to suck out enough. You have to have decent vision to be able to tell. Okay, and like see how it started to, if you can, it's going to be hard to see on the video, but if you had it at home, you would be able to see that once I sucked enough out, it got lower. And then you got to pull it back so that the needle gets just under the little bit that's left. And it's something you can practice at home. You can buy some and just, practice drawing liquid in and out. And you just keep pulling it back, the needle, till it gets low enough that you've sucked out most of it. See how it just pulled back more, and I just got all the remaining, just a little bit more came in. And again, you're just gonna have to practice. I knew what I was doing, and I had to practice some at the vet clinic, but once you figure out the finesse of it, it's real easy. So then once you have it here, you're gonna push it up but not out. Push it up all the way, just a little bit closer. You don't want it coming out because you don't want to lose that. And then you're gonna see that hole that the circle is. You put this like in the middle, and then you're gonna see how it just went in itself. It slowly went in. So now you have the fluid in with the powder, and it's like you can see how it's colored now, and it's a liquid instead of a powder.
Cool.
Yeah. And you're gonna pull this out, and then you're gonna kind of roll this gently, not too much. You don't want too many bubbles. You want to get the bubbles out if there are any. So anyways, you would kind of do this to mix it just a little bit. You can like flick it to get the bubbles out, or you can also flick it or however you want to let it settle. You can also do it in here too. You can draw it in here and flick the bubbles down. So once you've mixed it around slowly, you can twirl it or whatever you want to do. So then you got it, and you're doing the same thing as you did with the liquid before. You're going to just draw it out. into the syringe. Because this ultimately, oh shoot, and make sure you go into the circle hole. You don't want to do it outside of the ring, or into the ring area. You want to go in. See how it's right there in? So then, we're drawing it back out again. You want to get as much as possible. They are puppies. If a little bit of residue is left, it's not a big deal. And the same amount would go into an adult too, so keep that in mind. Anyways, you're gonna pull it all out. Still got some in there. This one's being a little bit of a pain. There we go. So now it's almost on. There we go. There we got it sucked. Okay, so that's that there. So now we have it all in here. Everything's gone in there. And you push that up here. This is what's going to go into Clark. Put that down. A little bit's okay. You just don't want. There. Okay. So then when Clark comes in, and this next part, we're going to get a little closer to the top. There we go.
Ooh.
Okay. That was a bubble. So now, we're going to get Clark to come in. Like I said, how it's going to work is it's going to go pretty quick because he is a puppy, and I know what I'm doing. So it's going to, if it was somebody that was new, you maybe would, I don't know, maybe not quite go as fast. But basically, he's going to come in. I'm going to put him down and try to keep him calm, maybe give him a treat to look at. And then while he's distracted with a treat, I'm going to hold up and pinch his skin up and then get this in real quick, squeeze it, and done. And it'll be done and good for next 3 to 4 weeks. And he's getting canine distemper, flu, and parvo, all the fun stuff. It's like 5 ways adenovirus, type 2, all the good stuff. So anyways, yeah. So, and like I said, this was what we did with 6 weeks, and our vet accepted it. Some vets do, some don't, but fortunately, and I think this puppy is going to Kansas City, and if I recall correctly, Spring Hill Vet Clinic, they do accept vaccines, especially if they know your history. Like me, I'm a vet tech and breeder, but you do have to bring in, when you go see them, you have to bring in these things and know when you gave them so they can mark it down on the chart. So anyways, all right, pause it so I can go get Clark. So we're going to get a dog treat out for Clark to distract him. Oh goodness. He's a big boy. All right. Clarky. Okay, don't get so close. Scoot back a little bit, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Clark. Here is a treat for you.
Bit down.
What do you think of the treat? He knows something's up.
No, I have a bit down.
So I see okay, well, he's not going to do anything. Anyways, okay, get that out of his face. Look at me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he's not doing anything because they were sleeping. So anyways, you're going to pinch up their skin like this. And you're going to make like a tent like it. Again, this is something I just know how to do. I had training in it. But anyways, you're going to hold it up like this. A little bit of a tent squarish so that it goes in. It doesn't come out the other side. Which... watch out, buddy. So there, now it's in. And now I'm just going to inject. Not fast, but not slow. There we go. Good boy. Good boy, good boy. You were sleeping. You don't like your treat? Oh, kisses. Thank you, Clarky. Thank you, Clark. Oh, you'd rather give me kisses than eat treats? Oh,
mommy, this...
Okay, you can... Is it going?
It's going.
Okay. You can stop it.